So I stopped playing earlier because I was hot. I don't know how to say that. How would you say that? Oh, just mate. So if you hear the noise, I have the fan on low. Hopefully you can't hear it, but if you do, well, you know, I'm gonna check it right now. Add to playlist, Shibuya, save, Shibuya. Pure, and pure. Wait, no. English. Okay. So, the Booyah, this game was a lot more fun than I thought it was gonna be, so I want to play it again. And I stopped earlier because it was hot, and so now I have the fan on low next to me, but it's pointing away from the mic, so hopefully you don't hear it. I'm gonna, oops, she go. I'm gonna just guess I'll put it on here really quick on my phone, just check if you can hear it. Guess I'll put it on. I guess you can hear it, but it's not too loud, so it's fine. Nah? Okay, let's continue. Now that it's later, now that it's later at night, it is ima wa gozen 1時ほぼ1時半です。So it's almost 1:30 in the morning, so hopefully it'll be what do you call it, quieter outside. ちょっと待って. I want to hear how loud my voice is. I think it's a lot louder than the last time. In the morning, so hopefully it'll be whatever, it's okay. Okay, bad end, shot by a foreigner. Okay, wait, time chart. I forget what I was supposed to do. Approach the girl, young man in a suit, maybe? I forgot what I'm supposed to do. Jump, maybe? Right? Jump, young man in the suit. I forgot what I'm doing. Ouch. The controller vibrated and scared me again. Whoa! A nearby homeless man suddenly left over Achi and broke into a run, as if he'd been waiting for this very moment. Sprinting alongside him was a young man in a suit. Then, seemingly from everywhere, a whole bunch of other guards burst into motion. First one, then another, a third, a fourth, a fifth, over a dozen now. What the heck? Clearly something big was going down. Were they after the attached case? Maybe I should look up how to say that word actually. Let's see. Attache. There. Ne. Attache. Attache. Naruhodo. Attache, ne?
Attache.
Attache. Okay. Attache case. I don't know, whatever that means. Anyway. Within moments, Achi lost sight of them all through the crowd. I forgot to press square. With that many people chasing him, the guy with the case was sure to get caught. But wait, What about that girl? Achi turned back around. The girl was still there. She was staring in the direction that the man who'd taken the case had gone, a worried expression on her face. Okay. A. Achi couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong. Maybe he should talk to her and ask her what's going on. B. Another crazy day in Shibuya. They had to be shooting a scene for a film on location. It would probably be a mistake to intrude. Okay, we're gonna do this. Achi couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong. Maybe he should talk to her and ask her what was going on. But just as he was making up his mind, a middle-aged man in a ratty business suit shuffled awkwardly over to her first. Was there something wrong with one of his legs? He was using a cane to walk. Then one of his hands slipped into his jacket pocket. Achi could scarcely believe his eyes. A revolver. Okay, so a revolver. Colt Detective Special. A 38 caliber revolver introduced in 1927 by Colt's Manufacturing Company. A classic example of a snub-nosed revolver. As the name implies, the weapon is frequently carried by detectives, narcotics officers, and the like for self-defense. A revolver. It's crazy. Yabai. Suddenly, a young man came running through the crowd. Seeing him, the man with the cane turned on his heel and vanished in their scramble. Something big was going down. What is all of this? The young man was closing in on the girl, his expression grim. That guy's up to no good. Achi sprang into motion. Leaping high, Achi delivered a flying kick right between the man's shoulder blades. The guy went down, but recovered surprisingly fast, spinning back to his feet to grapple with Achi. What the hell is your problem? What the hell is your problem, man? Achi snapped. The two stood staring each other down as the crowd swirled around them. Let go of me. You let go of me first. After you let go of me, sure. You first, pal. Don't you call me pal, man. Don't you call me man, pal. Neither man was willing to yield. The crowd had parted to avoid the scuffle. Passerbys were staring from all sides. Well, crap. Achi got a sudden sinking feeling. What the hell am I even doing? Jumped in over my head as usual. His anger melted away. He loosened his grip. Without further argument, the other man let go of Achi's jacket. Okay. Turning quickly away, the stranger hurried over to the statue of Hachiko, where he dropped to his knees, dejected. The girl who'd been standing there was nowhere to be seen. Maybe this was the guy she'd been waiting on. Aww. The guy was clearly upset that she was missing. Achi actually felt kind of bad for him. He decided it would be wise to leave while the guy's attention was elsewhere. Whew. He hurried back along the road to his house. The wind had gone out of his sails, and he didn't feel much like cleaning up trash anymore. Ah well, guess I'll read some manga and go to bed. Better play it safe before the day got any worse. What? Bad end. Tussle with a stranger. Huh? No. Achi's interference with the young man, Kano, disrupted the detective's sting. If Achi hadn't acted on impulse when he saw Kano heading for Tony, things might have gone differently, but how can you make sure Kano doesn't return to the scramble and startle Achi? The key lies further along in Kano's story. Okay. I guess I can go forward in Kano's story now? Nah? Yes? This one? I guess? Nah? 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 What was the right call here? Should he take this guy down or back off after all? Am I supposed to do this one? Kuze's instructions had been clear. Let the other officers chase after the guy. Kano had his own job to do. He broke off his pursuit, pointing the next wave of detectives in the direction the foreigner had fled. Kano had almost gotten close enough to get a good look at the guy's face, but if Kuzo had ordered him to let the guy go, well, his boss should know what he was doing. That perp was someone else's problem now. Okay, saving. Kano headed back to the scramble and took up his post again. Tomi was still standing at the handoff point, staring worriedly in the direction that the suspect had fled. No doubt she was wondering why, all of a sudden, the police had decided to let the guy go. Kano jogged over to Tomi, but before he could reassure her, yeah! A sudden blow from behind sent him sprawling to the ground. Kano's mind fluttered with rage as he scrabbled back to his feet. What the hell? He spun around to find himself grappling with a belligerent young man. What the hell's your problem? Kano snapped. What the hell's your problem? The stranger shot back. Let go of me. You let go of me first. After you let go of me, sure. You first, pal. Don't you call me pal, man. Don't you call me man, pal. The crowd had begun to stare. Not good. Here he was, causing a scene in public, blowing his cover in the middle of an important case. This was neither the time nor place for some dumb random quarrel. Even as he came to his senses, Kano felt the strength ebb from the stranger's grip. He pushed the man away and quickly turned back towards Hitomi. Inai! She was gone. The music. Chomatte. He scanned the area for any sign of her, but she had vanished without a trace. Kuze's mobile command center had also disappeared. What did I miss? The blood drained from Kano's face. The investigation had left him utterly behind. There wasn't even any signal on his radio. They must have switched frequencies while he was caught up in the tussle. Kano turned back to confront the troublemaker. He was gone too. Kano spun on his heel, searching, but the young man was nowhere in sight. The attaché, right? The attaché chase, I forgot how you say it again. What did it say?
Attaché.
No.
Attaché.
Attaché. Okay. The attaché case, he told me, the troublemaker, he'd lost all three. Right out of the starting gate, he'd bungled the entire operation. He should have left Taten, I cannot say these names. Tateno. He should have left Tateno to let after Tomi and gone after the attaché case himself. What the hell was he doing? Kano felt his self-confidence ebbing away like water. Maybe it's time to move back to the sticks. Maybe Tokyo is too fast-paced for a screw-up like me. He had no idea what to do next, and so he just stood there, frozen, already drafting his letter of resignation in his head. Bad end again? Is it bad end again? Oh! Lost sight of the kidnapper. Yaba. Kano lost sight of Hitomi because of his scuffle with Achiendo. If he had chased after the thief who took the attaché case, it probably wouldn't have happened. Go back to Kano's 10:30 time plan and try making a different choice. Okay. Yeah. Chomatte. Yeah? Okay, let's go real fast. What was the right call here? Should he take this guy down? Back off after all? Okay, this time is A. Letting the perp escape now is too big of a risk. He had to catch this guy ASAP. The man darted down a narrow alleyway. Kano ran faster. The man sprinted through the side streets. Evidently, he knew his way around Shibuya pretty well. He noticed two people over by a trash pile. At first, they appeared to be a young couple. Then, looking more closely, he realized that the girl was Hitomi. Mr. Kuze, I've located Hitomi Osawa. The couple took off running, the rough-looking guy dragging Hitomi by the hand. She's with the man in his 20s. It looks like she's being led away against her will. Clarify, please, Kuze demanded. What's going on? I'm not sure. Was this guy a member of some criminal group? It looked like the two were running away from something. Alright, we'll handle the foreigner. You go after Hitomi. Got it. Kano sprang into action. Stop right there! The young man glanced back at Kano. Rather than stopping, he picked up speed, continuing to drag Hitomi along with him. She didn't seem quite able to keep up. Kano knew he could catch them. He tried to close the distance in a sprint. After a short distance, the young man stopped, realizing he couldn't outrun his pursuer. Shielding Hitomi behind him, he glowered at Kano. Why did you run off? Kano demanded. Because you were chasing us. A blatant lie. People didn't just bolt like that without good reason. The young tough started edging away, keeping Hitomi behind him. Kano followed. Look, just let the girl go. The guy glanced back at Hitomi. She shook her head fearfully. Maybe this troublemaker had warned her to keep her mouth shut. You've got this, Kano. Just don't let him out of your sight. Gah! A sudden blow to the top of his head left him staggering. His eyes spun as he reared with vertigo. Huh? There was a flapping sound, and a vague black shape wheeled above him. Was that a crow? Yeah. It was the last thing Kano saw before his vision went dark. What? Huh? Yeah. Was that a crow? In the midst of chasing the man who snatched the attaché case, Kano happened across Hitomi and Achi. While confronting them, he suffered a blow to the head and was knocked out cold, but Achi only came this way because he thought it was the quickest way to escape with Hitomi. If he'd gone for the police box instead, things might have gone differently. The key is what Achi does at 10:35. Yabai. This is back and forth. Yeesh. Nah. What's the deal? Nah. This one? 10:35. Oh, when he seen the guy with the gun, right? Within a moment, Achi lost sight of them all through the crowd, and with that many people chasing him, the guy with the case was sure to get caught. But wait, what about the girl? Achi turned back around. The girl was still there. She was staring in the direction the man taking the case had gone, a worried expression on her face. Another crazy day in Shibuya. They had been shooting a scene. It would probably be a mistake to intrude. No. Another crazy day in Shibuya. They'd be shooting a scene. Yeah, okay. Another crazy day in Shibuya. They had to be shooting a scene for a film on location. It would probably be a mistake to intrude. Yeah, I bet that's what this is. Some TV show about kidnapping, and the girl has to make the ransom handoff. And there's probably some actor lurking around here playing the suave, handsome detective. Hachi gave a chuckle and turned away. Uh-oh, chiga. I picked the wrong one. I forgot he was supposed to go up to her, right? I don't know. A soothing breeze blew by as wispy clouds drifted overhead. They picked a nice day for a shoot. Smiling inwardly, he resumed his trash-picking mission, wondering what other surprises the day would hold. Oh. A few moments later, he heard a loud bang, and the scramble went into an uproar. Huh? Someone blew a tire? People were running from all directions to see what had made the sound. Oh, maybe they're shooting an action scene now. Achi was a tad bit curious, but he strolled away from the scramble without looking back. Maybe he'd head out to Yotsuya today to stretch his leg a bit. Yeah, but it was best not to get distracted. There was trash that needed collecting. Ugh, I picked the wrong one. Yeah, mata. Your future is garbage. No. Yeah. Check out. Yeah. I can't believe I did that. Here? No. Huh? Chattamate. No. Ah, there you go. 10:35. Okay, I gotta do it again. Okay. I see my girl still there. She's staring in the direction of the man taking a shot. Maybe you should go over and talk to her, nah? Wait. Archie couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong. Maybe he should talk to her and ask her what was going on. But just as he was making up his mind, a middle-aged man in a ratty business suit shuffled awkwardly over to her first. Okay. Was there something wrong with one of his legs? He was using a cane to walk. Then one of his hands slipped into his jacket pocket. Archie could scarcely believe his eyes. A revolver? Yeah. Uh-oh. With a single fluid motion, the man lifted up the gun and pointed it in the girl's direction. He was aiming right for her head. Huh? The girl had noticed the man with the cane now. Seeing the gun pointed right at her, she froze in fear. Archie didn't hesitate. Yes! Woo! Nice! Breaking into a full run, he tackled the gunman with all his might. Caught off guard, the man sprawled to the pavement. But the would-be assassin kept hold of his weapon and quickly scrabbled back to his feet. Archie knew he had to act fast. He grabbed the ashen-faced girl by the arm and attempted to drag her away. "This way," he shouted. She just stared at him, uncomprehending, trembling like a startled animal. "Come on, run!" Finally, the girl snapped out of her daze and gave a fearful nod. "Police box, let's go!" "The police box, let's go!" Still pulling the girl by the hand, Archie headed for the police box outside the train station. But it was empty, Koban. There were always policemen staffing these things. Why did it have to be unmanned now? Archie flashed a worried glance behind him and saw the assassin in pursuit like a man possessed. Yikes, this is not good. There was nothing they could do but run. With the frightened girl in tow, Archie ran beneath the JR Yamanote Line railway overpass. "I was there!" "Don't worry, just trust me," he told her. But first, they sped past a convenience store where an employee was cleaning up the sidewalk. "Here, take this, will ya?" Archie tossed over the bag of trash. "Huh? Wait, what?" "This way!" They slipped through the crowd and into a nearby back alley. "But this way's the dead end," the girl said breathlessly. "Like I said, just trust me." Stopping abruptly, Archie kicked down a wooden plank covering a gap between two buildings, clearing a space that a person could fit through. "See, we can get away through here. In you go." But the girl just stood there looking terrified. "What's the matter?" Archie asked. "Come on, we gotta hurry." But She looked at him as if he too was about to pull a gun on her. He could hardly blame her. After all, he was just some random guy who had turned up out of nowhere. But this was no time for dawdling. The man with the cane appeared at the end of the alley. If they just stood there, he was going to catch them. "Okay, sweetheart, hear me out," he said in a rush. "The name's Haciendo, and I live in the neighborhood, and I'm not the kind to stand idly by when a girl's being chased by some killer. So please, just trust me, and I'll do my best to keep you safe." He hoped the look in his eyes could convince her that he was being on the level. After a painfully long moment, the girl nodded in her acceptance. "Phew. Right, let's start with this." They had paused beside an enormous stack of beverage crates. With a quick shove, Archie knocked the whole pile down. Just mate. Let me read it again. They had paused beside an enormous stack of beverage crates. With a quick shove, Achi knocked the whole pile down, sending it cascading across their pursuer's path. Now that was a close call. The man with the cane was floundering, struggling to get past the fallen crates. "My bad, man," Achi called out. "Mind cleaning that up for me?" The man scowled back at them and fumbled for his gun. Achi flashed him with a wave goodbye, then slipped away between the buildings with the girl. What happened now? Log lady. Hurrying down a narrow alley, they emerged onto a side street lined with dive bars and clubs. Assuming the man with the cane hadn't given up, why can't I English? Assuming the man with the cane hadn't given up, he would probably lie in wait on the path back to the main road. Achi decided their best bet was to try and stay inconspicuous rather than risk getting caught on the move. "Guess we can lie low here for a bit," he said. He led the girl to the entrance of a tiny old hostess club. She followed him reluctantly. Achi flicked the switch inside the front door, and a chintzy chandelier glowed to life. Achi flicked the switch inside the front door, and a chintzy chandelier glowed to life. Okay. He sat the girl down on the small sofa beside the counter. She gave him a worried look. Achi felt a pang of embarrassment as he realized what she must be thinking. "Oh no, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not gonna try any funny business. Someone I used to know runs this place. It's not in business anymore, so I figure we're safe here." The girl chuckled at his evident discomfort. "Alright then," she said. "So, we're good?" "We're good." "Okay, well, good." Achi made a vague attempt to straighten his disheveled clothes. So who's saying that? So how about some introductions? I'm Achi Endo, like I said earlier. You can just call me Achi. I'm Hitomi Osawa. You can call me Hitomi, I guess. With each new word out of Hitomi's mouth, Achi felt his heart sing. She was charming, personable, just about everything about her was captivating. Achi had never met another girl like her. Oh, jeez. Achi? What? Is something the matter? You were spacing out there for a bit. Achi shook his head to dispel his daze. Damn it, there's no time to get all starry-eyed. He needed to think of some way to keep her safe from the guy who was after her. Look, can you tell me what the heck is going on? Please, I need to know if I'm gonna help you. Right, okay. I'm not really sure where to begin. Tommy looked down, lost in thought. Apparently hers was a long story. Alright, she said at last. I guess I'll just explain things as they happened. Wait, hold up. Could you keep it as simple as you can? I mean, I'm not really the sharpest tool in the shed. Complicated explanations ain't exactly my strong suit. Okay, Tommy chuckled. I'll try my best. She got comfortable and then started her story. Okay. So, last night, somebody abducted my sister. The kidnapper demanded that I make a ransom handoff personally. He told me to stand by the Statue of Hachiko in Shibuya at 10 o'clock in the morning to make the exchange. So I did. Okay, I missed all of that. Yo Mateo, I missed all of that. Okay. Whoa, I'm sorry. Hold up a sec. Seriously. Achi had suddenly lost the thread of the conversation. At times like this, you can press up to go back and... Oh, yeah, yes. Oh, jeez. They did that on purpose. Okay. Lost the thread. At times like this, you can press up to go back and reread what you've already seen. You can also press down to quickly scroll back through sections you have already read. A mark will appear in the upper left corner of the screen while you're paging back and forth like this. You can press the X button to reread the marked page. Okay, is it up? Jomate! Okay. Press up to go back and reread sections you've already played through. To scroll ahead through text you've already read, press down. When rewinding and advancing like this, a book symbol will sometimes appear in the upper left corner. Press X while this is being displayed to reread the current page. Okay, alright. So, last night, somebody abducted my sister. The kidnapper demanded that I make the ransom handoff personally. He told me to stand by the statue of Hachiko in Shibuya at 10 o'clock in the morning to make the exchange. So I did. And this man came by and took the attaché case with the money. And then afterwards, that other guy with the cane turned up and pointed his gun at me. And okay. Then wait, jump. Okay. Could you say that again, but like simpler? Huh? Sure. I'm just having trouble following is all. I mean, is this the plot to some movie or soap opera? No, that's not. Or some kind of hidden camera show? This is real. This really happened. The look in Hitomi's eyes was dead serious. She's gotta be telling the truth. What would be the point of lying? And he had seen the attaché case and the gunman himself. How much was the ransom, if you don't mind my asking? Hitomi hesitated. 50 million yen, she said after a moment. Achi gave a whistle of amusement. Whew. The detectives told me that was typical amount for a kidnapper to ask for. It's plenty, that's for sure. I guess there's good money in that sort of thing. As soon as the words were out, he realized his blunder. Sorry, I shouldn't have put it that way. He fidgeted awkwardly and he told me he looked away. I'm an idiot, but okay, I think I get this kidnapping thing. So I'm guessing those guys who chased the guy who took the ransom were undercover cops? He replayed the scene in his head. But then, the kidnapper took the attaché case and ran, right? So if you were empty-handed, why'd that guy with the cane come after you? I'm honestly not sure. Hitomi's words trailed off. This was clearly difficult for her to talk about. Anyway, we should probably get you to the police as soon as we... No, we can't do that. Hitomi's tone was resolute. I can't take this to the police. Why not? Achi waited for an answer, but none came. After a long and awkward silence, she stood up from her seat. I really appreciate the help, but I should go now. She gave Achi a deep bow. Nuh-uh, hold on. What do you mean go? Go where? He hurried to intervene as she headed for the door. I don't want to cause you any more trouble. I'll figure the rest out on my own somehow. Hey, I said hold on. Hitomi ignored him and opened the door, and their argument came to an abrupt halt. What? Ya boy, ya. Standing there was the man with the gun, his revolver in his hand. Come on, man. I don't know what to do. Every end is a bad end. Huh? To be continued, To be continued, eh? Achi Endo's 10 o'clock story ends here. Aw, man. However, Shinya Kano still has more to do. Read along further in Kano's story. Aw, but I like Achi better. Okay. Trailing the foreigner. Kano. The man darted down a narrow alleyway. Kano ran faster. The man sprinted through the side streets. Evidently, he knew his way around Shibuya pretty well. The man shot out onto a major thoroughfare, then bolted up a pedestrian bridge. Just where the heck was this guy heading? Halfway across the bridge, the man stopped abruptly. Cautious, Kano stopped as well. Yaba. Height roughly 190 centimeters. I don't know what that is. Let's look it up. 190 centimeters is Jesus 6'2.8. Okay. Age 30s, hair dark brown, clothing all black. A moment later, the man flashed a triumphant sneer and he held up the attaché case. Before Kano could even yell stop, it was already too late. The man threw the attaché case down to the roadway below. No! Panicking, Kano peered down over. Oh, yaba. I'm panicking. Panicking, Kano peered over the railing. Yeah. A man on a motorcycle was waiting beneath the bridge. I've been had. Kano bit his lip hard. Damn it! Kano sprinted back down the bridge, hearing the bike's engine roar to life. He had to make it in time. Descending the stairs 4 at a time, he leapt toward the roadway, but the bike sped out of reach and roared away in the direction of Yoyogi, leaving Kano in its dust. Looking back up at the overpass, he saw the man who'd thrown the attaché case running away. He handed the money off to someone else. He's currently on a motorcycle heading towards Yoyogi. His report to His report to Kuze complete. Kano slumped down in dismay. The cops had played right into the criminals' hands. Now the crooks were getting away and people's lives were in danger. Was there any greater failure for a policeman? Staring off into the distance, where the man who'd thrown the case had disappeared, Kano gritted his teeth. To be continued. どういうこと? You finish reading both character stories for the hour of 10 o'clock. In 4 to 8, you'll make your... I can stay same 4 to Shibuya. In Shibuya, you'll make your way through all the protagonists' stories in parallel like this. Once everyone has reached the end of a given hour, the next hour can begin. Hold on. Okay. Can we drop the pleasantries? Sir, this is a waste of time. I've got work for you. It's like totally bogus. What makes any of this my crimes? Oh, okay. Now the game is starting. Shibuya. 始まった! Yay, more people to play with! This is the end of the tutorial for this part of the story. That whole thing was a tutorial. Oh. You can reread previous tutorial messages via the main menu. There's a lot of important info in there, so reread it closely. Now, Shibuya has reached the 11 o'clock time block. I don't know if it's 11 o'clock or 1100. Yeah, 11 o'clock. You have 5 protagonists available. Yay! Whose story will you read first? Okay, so Achi, Kano, Minori Kawa, Osawa. I want to do the kitty. Tama. Of course I want to do the kitty. But I like his story too. I do the kitty. Nako-chan. Tama. Kitty. Oh, the music is so cute. Kyoku kawaii. It's so hot. It's so hot in this thing. Yes, it is very hot. I'm hot also. Way too hot. I feel like I'm sitting in a sauna. Everyone else on the street looks nice and cool, but here I am getting treated in my very own personal midsummer heat wave. On top of that, I can barely see. I can barely breathe for that matter, but hey, what can I do? Pant. I don't know what pant. Would that be the noises? I don't know. Huff, huff, pant. Huff, huff, pant. Oh, I'm so thirsty. Some iced tea would be amazing right now. I'm going to pass out from dehydration at this rate. I may as well admit it. I underestimated how tough this would be. Who knew wearing a mascot costume could be so uncomfortable? A delicate young lady like myself has no business doing this sort of job. I suddenly have so much respect for the people on those superhero team shows. Sama Sentai. Like, can you imagine doing action scenes in something like this? Heck, all I'm doing is standing here and I'm this close to calling it quits. But I can't. I need the work. I need the money. This is no time to be a wuss. If I give up on this, what else am I possibly going to do? Check out the revolutionary new diet drink, Burning Hammer. I thrust a free sample toward passers-by while shouting as loud as I can. Free sample. A free portion, usually quite small, of a product given out to consumers as a sales gimmicks. Allows them to test the quality and effect of a cosmetic or health product prior to purchase, frequently referred to as a trial size or freebie version of the product. In addition to passing out free samples on the street, some shops also include free samples with purchased products. Please note that simply taking a product without paying for it in order to test it out is deaf. Don't do it. Come on and give it a try. Oh, it's no use. People just walk by, one after the other. They avoid looking at the sample. It's been like this ever since I started standing here. Aw, look how cute the towel is. What gives? You'd figure at least one person would have taken a bottle by now. I mean, it's free, but I haven't managed to give away a single one. If this keeps up, there's no way I'm getting paid. And then this whole miserable experience will have been for nothing. Just drink this and watch the pounds melt away. No exercising or dieting necessary. I can hear the desperation in my own voice. Just burn those pounds away. They're giving me cold looks now. They probably think I'm some shyster trying to offload dodgy product. It's that simple, folks. You just drink the weight away. I guarantee it. Heck, this whole thing reeks of a scam to me, too. Reeks of a scam. In other words, it seems extremely dubious or suspicious. The word scam, referring to a type of dishonest scheme, is actually of unknown origin. Several folk etymologies have been proposed, including that it comes from a simple shortening of scandalous misdeeds, but these claims have little evidence to support them. Losing weight just by drinking some concoction is way too good to be true. But still, free is free. You'd think I'd be able to give one or two away. It's not like I'm not trying. Okay, pep talk time. You can do this. Think about the money. Just start with one bottle. Alright, I'm going to give this bottle away to the next person I see, no matter what. I close my eyes and gather my determination. I just need to get started, and the momentum will build from there. Alright, eyes open. There are 2 people walking in my direction. Wait, 2? Oh no, which one do I pick? If I keep waffling, they're both going to pass me by. I just need to hand this bottle off. Which one of these guys looks more likely to take it? Clutching the free sample in my furry fist. A. I try to force it off on the businessman to my left. B. I try to force it off to the disheveled fellow to my right. I can't give it to him, right? He's undercover, so it's gonna interfere with the. Nah. Okay, here. I try to force it off to the businessman to my hidari. Clutching the free sample in my furry fist, I try to force it off on the businessman to my left. Here you go, sir. A free sample of Burning Hammer, the latest and greatest diet drink. The businessman flashes me a look of utter contempt and makes a point of avoiding me as he slips past. Bam! There goes the wind right out of my sails. I wonder how the other mascot is doing right now. Karage-kun! There's a sales demo happening today at 1 o'clock at the Nokane building. Huh? Looks like the chicken has handed all kinds of samples. I don't get it. How come nobody's taking any of mine? What could I possibly be doing wrong? I look at the clock. It's a little after 11. My morning of wandering around hawking diet drinks is just about over. I'll need to get ready to head over to the sales demo. I'd love to take the costume off, but then I'd have to carry it. The samples I haven't given out are almost too heavy as it is. Oh well, I might not have gotten results, but I tried my best. I'm sure hope they don't withhold my pay or anything. Hey, what gives? You've got that many left? Ugh. The chicken speaks with a female voice. Okay. This music is so cute. Okay, let me start over. Hey, what gives? You got that many left? The chicken speaks with a female voice. Yeah, I reply sheepishly. Nobody seems to want to take mine.
Well, I mean, are you looking for the right targets?
Huh?
Like groups of girls or bored-looking older ladies? Those are the types you gotta be gunning for, you know?
Wow, I hadn't even considered that. Now that she says it, seems so obvious. This is a diet drink after all. Of course I'm not gonna have any luck trying to force it off on random guys.
Well, whatever, the chicken says. Here, give me the samples you've got left.
I hand over my samples and the chicken dumps the whole lot into her basket.
I'll drink whatever's left so they don't find out you didn't pass them out, she says.
Huh? Wait, like all of them?
Yeah, all of them.
The chicken sounded pretty confident in herself. These may just be sample-sized bottles, but still, they add up to a lot. I can feel myself on the brink of tears at the kindness of her offer. Thank you so much. That's a huge help. I bow deeply, which makes my mascot head wobble. Oh. So cute. Leaving the station behind, we head down Center Guy towards the Nokane building. The Burning Hammer sales demo is going to be held there this afternoon. The job's supposed to pay 10,000 yen for the day, but if we can sell at least 100 bottles at the demo, they promise another 10,000 on top of that. I need to make sure I sell those 100 bottles. I need that 20,000 yen, and I need it ASAP. We arrive at the Nokane building, a rundown multi-tenant office complex. We head into the room where the Burning Hammer sales demo is taking place. There are already about 50 seats set out. I wonder how many people the free samples will pull in. The stage has been set up at the far end of the room. That's where I'm going to be standing, sipping burning hammer while explaining its effects to the customers. Hurry up and take that thing off. The chicken flaps her wings as she speaks. It's kinda early, but come on, let's have lunch. I'm starving. Now that she mentions it, I realize I'm pretty hungry myself. The demo's not starting for another 2 hours. I can't win a war against my stomach for that long. The chicken and I head to the waiting room where they've set out our lunches for us. Mind getting my back real quick? The chicken asks. She arches her back towards me. So cute! Apparently she can't reach her own zipper. Oh sure, give me a second. I try to unzip the back of the chicken suit, but my own suit's thick, fuzzy fingers have a hard time of it. What's the hold up? Come on, I'm roasting in this thing. Hurry up and get it off of me. I've almost got it. It's just awkward with these mitts. Finally, I get hold of the zipper and yank it downward. A girl emerges from the chicken as if the chicken itself were an egg. Phew! I'm alive! Her red sweatshirt is drenched in sweat. Almost at once, she's kicking back and cooling off with a hand fan. Sorry, but would you mind getting me too? I ask. Yeah, okay. I turn my back to the girl. I hear metal clacking behind me. At long last, I'm about to be free of this 5-ton fursuit. Huh? The girl murmurs awkwardly. Huh? What? A speck of anxiety hits me. What's wrong? I ask. Yeah, that's a no-go. Zipper's busted. What? Yeah, sorry, this thing ain't coming off. What? My vision goes dark. No. I tug desperately at the costume, but no luck. I'm trapped inside. Oh, what the crap? Ah, well, we can talk to the boss about it when he gets back, the girl says. I mean, it's not like we can cut it off for you with scissors or anything. She sounds entirely unconcerned. It's so unfair. I need to get out of this stuffy, sweltering steam bath as soon as possible. All I can do is clench my fists in impotent rage. But anyway, good work out there today, the girl continues. I'm Chiriko Osugi, by the way. Chiriko Osugi. You can just call me Chiri. She smiles as she introduces herself. I mean, I am pretty cheery gal after all. She breaks into a hearty guffaw. It's a laugh. Or she's like, ha 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 ha, or whatever. Okay, but I don't know how to pronounce that. Guffaw, whatever. Oh, sure, I say. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, for sure. So, I guess you're not gonna be able to eat lunch in that getup, huh? Huh? God, that's right. What should I do? Don't sweat it. Just leave it to me. Huh? I'll eat both lunches myself. Chiri doesn't even wait for me to reply before reaching for my lunch. You'd be ashamed to let it go to waste, she says. She makes it sound like leftover food is bigger and concerned than my hunger. I can feel my appetite stirring all the more as she devours my meal with a satisfied grin on her face. A faint, pathetic gurgle rises from my belly. Nah, the cat's nib-leg biting on her paws like a real kitty. It's just a cheap little pre-packaged box lunch, but right now it looks like a feast. So, what's your name? Chiri asks. Her cheeks are still packed with rice. My name? Yeah. Oh, it's, As I struggle to think of an answer, my eyes alight on the piece of tamagoyaki clutched between Chiri's chopsticks. Grilled egg. The yellow slab of lightly grilled egg wobbles to and fro. I can see the inside from the way it's been sliced. It looks somewhat undercooked. Come on, what's your name? Oh, right, Tama. It's Tama. Huh? You mean like the famous cat? Well, ain't that fitting? Chiri churros and stuffs the piece of tamago yaki into her mouth and then takes a big swig of iced tea. I am beyond jealous. I wish I could gorge myself on those lunch boxes until I'm full to bursting. Heck, even a cold glass of iced tea would be a lifesaver right now. I'm so thirsty, I'm starting to get all dizzy. Maybe I really am getting dehydrated. This isn't good. If I don't do something, I'm going to pass out before the sales demo even starts. And then I remember something. The zipper down my back might be busted, but I can still take the head off, right? That way, I'd at least be able to eat and drink stuff. Alright! I decide to... Oh, yeah, bye. Let's see. Grab the head in both hands and yank it upward. Rock my head back and forth good and hard. Ask Cherry to assist me. Sorry, would you mind helping me pull my head off? Grab the head. Grab the head in both hands and yank it upward with all my might. Ask Chidi to assist me. Sorry, would you mind helping me pull my head off? I'm gonna ask Chidi to help me. No. Let's do this one. I don't know. I decide to grab the head in both hands and yank it upward with all my might. Uh-oh, it's not gonna work. Yabba. Oh, come on. No matter how hard I pull, it won't come off. Ow. Oh, Lord. A dull pain throbs at the back of my head. Did I smack it against something at some point? Chidi flashes me a curious look. What are you doing? She asks. I thought maybe I could at least get the head off. I tried pulling it again, refusing to get up. That ain't gonna work. That thing is attached to the body. I slump forward in the feet, face planting on the tabletop. No. Most folks would have noticed that when they put it on, you know. Well, I didn't. The boss helped me get into this thing. Well, don't let it get you down, Chidi says. Here, drink some of this. She pulls a bottle with a straw from her bag and pours some of the tea into it. In a fever of thirst, I jam the plastic straw through the mascot's costume mouth. Thankfully, it reaches as far as my own. Aww. I suck for all I'm worth. I suck. My body rejoices as the moisture returns to it like rain coming to the desert. And thus, I revive! Actually, it kind of does feel like I'm coming back to life. Oh, thank you so much. I'm never going to forget this as long as I live. With tears welling up in my eyes, I clutch Chidi's hands in my fuzzy mitts. Oh, hey, I'm not that kind of person to abandon someone in need, you know, she replies. An embarrassed grin crosses her face. How come you're carrying around this bottle around with you anyway? Okay. How come you're carrying this bottle around with you anyway? I ask. Oh, that's because I make my own protein juice. Yabba. Protein. In Japan, the word protein is frequently used to refer to a powdered health food supplement that contains vitamins and minerals as well as protein component. It is dissolved in milk or another liquid to create a drink. A protein diet typically involves drinking a glass of this in place of a meal. Drinking it in place of tea would assuredly lead to weight gain. Yabba. Protein juice? Never heard of it. I heard that if you have protein juice for one of your 3 meals a day, you'll lose weight. So yeah, I kinda need to keep it. Given Chiri's sort of, well, chubby frame, I don't think the protein's been working so great for her. I've been trying all sorts of stuff, but right now protein is totally the best thing for my diet. This stuff though, Chiri casts her eyes at the samples of burning hammer on the table. It's like totally bogus. Huh? Bogus? That's a surprise. Well, yeah, Cheetah says. You've got to exercise if you want to burn body fat. Burn. The best way to burn fat is to engage in steady, low-intensity aerobic exercise. After roughly 20 minutes of such exercise, the body burns through its available blood sugar and the brain sends signals to have fat brought into the bloodstream. This is how fat is burned. Anaerobic exercise, which leaves you panting and breathless, is not effective. She smacks herself on one flabby arm. I mean, there's no way you're gonna lose weight by taking in more calories. Huh? Didn't she just say she was drinking protein juice to lose weight? I kept that thought to myself. I mean, that'd be as ridiculous as all you can eat Kobe beef, she adds. She shakes her head seriously. Kobe. I'm not sure about using all you can eat anything as an example in a discussion about weight loss, but again, I kept the thought to myself. But hey, a job's a job, Chidi says after a moment, perking up again. They tell me to sell this junk and I'll sell it. A sudden wailing comes from the other side of the door. Please, just give me time. I swear I'll give it back to you. What the heck? Chidi says. Is that the boss? I nod. That's definitely Mr. Yanagishita's voice. He's the guy who hired me. That's definitely Mr. Yanagishita's voice. Sidling up alongside Chidi, I very quietly open the door and take a peek inside. Mr. Yanagishita is down on his hands and knees, begging, while 2 uncouth-looking men glower at him. Just a little more time, that's all I ask, he pleads. Once I sell this stuff, I can pay you back. I see a tiny bottle of burning hammer in his hand. Just a little more, mimics the middle-aged fellow. I just gotta sell this. We've heard enough of that out of you. Yeah, the younger guy sneers. We ain't giving you any more time, so quit asking. But I really just need a little longer this time. Please, you gotta believe me. From the looks of things, Mr. Yanagishita is dealing with some loan sharks. Though it seems obvious that this term refers to toothy predators of the deep, the word shark in this case actually has its origin in an older Germanic word meaning parasite or someone who preys on others. The same word gave rise to the term pool shark and card shark. In the case of loan sharks though, the initial mental image seems quite appropriate. And the 2 thugs are clearly in no mood for his continued groveling. Chidi and I exchange a glance. It's probably best if we don't go out there right now. But now I'm really worried. Am I actually going to get paid for this gig? As I'm pondering that, one of the men grabs Yanagishita by the nape of the neck and drags him to his feet. Come with us, pal. We'll take you someplace you can work off your debts. Say what? Mr. Yanagishita says amid wails. The 2 men drag him away. Yanagishita. Huh? Guess he's gone then, Chidi says. She's already starting to pack up her things. Wait, what are you doing? I asked. Going home. Not much point sticking around. Going home? I mean, the demo sure ain't happening now. Anyhow, it was nice working with you. See ya. Moments later, Chidi is out the door. Now what do I do? I've been left here all by myself. More or less at a total loss. Bad end? Huh? Yeah. shifts over. Our poor feline friend isn't going to get paid now that those debt collectors showed up and dragged her boss away. If a certain someone hadn't told the thugs how to get to the Nokane building, they probably wouldn't have caught Yanagishita. The right decision happens at 11:15, but who has to make it? 11:15. So I just gotta go through all of them? I don't know. I don't play with Achi. Let me see. What time is it? Oh, it's late. Yeesh. Okay. I'll just do a little bit of Achi. Can I? Or is it still on to be continued? It's to be continued still, right? Ah, shoot. The man with the cane aimed his gun at Tommy's face, devoid of emotion. Please, the girl said, trembling. Why are you doing this? But the man did not reply. Quickly, Achi stepped in between Tommy and the gun, spreading his arms wide. Stop, he said in English, one of the few English words he knew. He quickly reverted back to Japanese. Daredai omae wa? Who the hell are you? Still, the man did not respond. You know this guy, Tommy? No. Achi was sure he'd never seen the man either. What are you after? Money? 'Cause if you were, why are you wasting your time chasing us? The man furrowed his brow, adjusting his point of aim to Achi's face. His bloodthirsty gaze left Achi no doubt that he was willing to pull the trigger. Reflexively, Achi took a step back, his foot clattering against a discarded beer bottle. We're going to get gunned down for sure, unless we can find some way to catch this guy off guard. It didn't need to be much. If Achi could just distract the gunman for a moment, buy himself the briefest window. Shoot me then. Go on, do it! He stepped forward as he shouted, hoping the provocation would confuse the guy for long enough. Yabba. Scared me. Even as Achi moved, the gunman's attention was distracted for an instant by a sudden sound. The phone in his breast pocket was ringing. Seeing his chance, Achi lunged forward in an attempt to wrest the gun away, snatched the beer bottle and swung at the assassin. Girl told me ran. Beer bottle. Seeing his chance, Achi snatched up the beer bottle and swung it at the assassin. Oh, did he miss? Please don't miss. The man narrowly avoided being struck, but he staggered wildly off balance. Hitomi! Achi grabbed her by the hand and dashed out of the club. The two sprinted away through the side streets and alleys of Shibuya. Achi began to feel as if they were running some maddening maze. Before long, the two had made it almost as far as Aoyama. Wait up. Huh? Achi, wait up. Huh? Achi glanced back at Hitomi. Ah, my bad. Guess we've been running pretty hard. You tired? Hitomi shook her head. No, it's just I have to get to Dogenzaka. Dogenzaka for what? I mean, for what for? What could she possibly need to do there now? That's what I was told when I handed over the attaché case. The man leaned in to whisper at Hitomi as he reached out for the case. You're going to do exactly as I tell you. 2 things. He wore a cool, faint smile as if this were some casual conversation. First, you're going to go to Dogenzaka and get in the blue van there. Hitomi nodded wordlessly. Second, you will not attempt to contact either the police or your family in the meantime. His chilling tone brooked no argument. Just those 2 things, and we'll let your sister go. Hitomi nodded again. The man flashed her a big, bright grin. Okay then. Give me the money. Yabba. A blue van in Dogenzaka, huh? Achi muttered. So that's why you said the police were a no-go. Yes, exactly. Tomi's voice betrayed her desperation. I wonder if your sister's in that van then. If she is, then we've got to hurry. The issue lay in how to get to Dogenzaka. They could probably avoid their pursuer if they kept to streets only the locals usually knew about. That meant staying off the more well-trafficked routes like Roppongi Dori or the stretch between Miyamasuzaka and the station. The side roads south of the stations were their best bet. It was going to be a long detour. Okay. The side roads south of the stations. Okay. Alright, come on. Turning, Achi headed back the way they'd come. After a moment's confusion, Hitomi followed. Achi? There's a note of worry in her voice. Hey, don't sweat it. I actually live in Dogenzaka. We're heading right back to my old neighborhood. Hitomi bowed her head. Thank you so much. Hey, it's no problem. I had to head home anyway. Achi gave her a grin and she cracked a tiny smile of her own. Hey, you two, you got a minute? Yeah. Achi looked around. A pair of men approached from across the street. There was something shady looking about them. Achi's protective instincts kicked in, and he stepped in front of Hitomi. If these guys meant trouble, he wanted to be ready. We just want to ask you something. The younger of the two men drew in closer, a sharp gleam in his eye. Achi braced himself. Ask of what? You know where the Nokana building is? The man held up a flyer. It was for some sort of health food sales demo. Come on, man, the Nokane building. You know where it is or not? Achi knew the name. Wasn't that one of the buildings on Center Gai? That was near Dogenzaka, the same direction he was going. No harm in helping a couple of lost dudes. Achi pointed them in the direction of Center Gai. I don't like the thought of these two following Hitomi and me. Achi pointed them in the opposite direction from Center Gai. Yosh. I don't like the thought of these two following Hitomi and me. Achi pointed them in the opposite direction from Center Gai. Pretty sure it's that way, he said. Thanks, man. Sorry to bug you. The two men headed off towards the main road. Yay. Oh, that's it. Now I can play with Tama again. Achi and Hitomi hurried onward, following the sparsely trafficked side streets towards Dogenzaka. I don't think I even knew this part of Shibuya was here, Hitomi said as she looked around. Yeah, a lot of people don't. I used to mess around in this neighborhood when I was a kid. The area was a mishmash of rundown residences and office buildings. Almost nobody ever comes here unless they live or work on one of these streets. And check it out, over there, a rare first-hand glimpse of the Shibuya River. A minor river that runs from the Miyamas Bridge on the Tengen Bridge, depicted in the 36 views of Mount Fuji by Edo period ukiyo-e artist Hokusai. In Hokusai's time, fireflies were collected from the Shibuya River and presented to the shogun, lending credence to the idea that the river was indeed clean in the past. Okay. Have you always lived in Shibuya, Achi? Yep, born and raised. Achi bent down to pick up a piece of trash from the roadside. That's why I do this. It just pisses me off to see folks make a mess of this place. He picked up another piece of trash. I don't have a job, so I just pick up garbage every day. Man, what am I even doing? Like, cleanup even matters right now. Hitomi took a hard... Yeah, Hitomi took a long, hard look at his face. What? He demanded. What is it? You're a strange one, Achi. That's so. She was right, of course. It was sort of strange collecting trash every day instead of getting a job. He had his reasons for it, but they weren't important right now. Right now, the important thing was getting Hitomi to Dogonzaka. Come on, he murmured. Yeah. A sudden, angry shout broke the silence as they hurried along. Hey, hold it right there! Achi and Hitomi stopped, but the shout wasn't directed at them. Further up the road, a group of thuggish-looking men were having some kind of argument. The man who was shouting had grabbed one of the others by the neck. Idiots! You still got the gall to call yourselves SOS? SOS, the Studs of Shibuya, a youth gang operating out of Shibuya, founded by Achi Endo. Its current leader is Susumu Nishizawa. Yaba. Okay. I mean, yes, Susumu, but the other men standing around looked distinctly uncomfortable. Okay, this sideway view thing is making me dizzy. It takes money to run an organization. No, I know, and since it's not like you're Achi or nothing, I thought you could maybe spare some help on that front, boss. The top dog, the man in charge, the head honcho. Here, it refers to the leader of SOS, Susumu. A change in leadership can really shake up an organization. The new boss's personality and disposition are a huge factor in whether the group continues to prosper. The fact that Susumu is being asked to spare some help on the monetary front suggests that he still has things to learn about being in charge. Tomi looked at Achi when the stranger spoke his name. He smiled awkwardly and turned back to the altercation. Shut your mouth, Susumu barked. How dare you say Achi's name in my presence? Hey! Achi called out. What was that about me? As soon as they saw him, the other men went pale. Achi kept his tone casual as he strolled up to the group. Susumu, you can't just give the guy a beatdown in broad daylight. To mess someone up super bad, usually with punches and kicks. Don't want to shock the upstanding people of our fair city. Ach. Susumu glared. Can we drop the pleasantries? Alright. Achi replied with a hint of a sneer. You got it, Susumu. And I'd like to point out, we're not on a first name basis. With that, Susumu turned and stalked away. His buddies followed suit, leaving Achi and Hitomi alone again. Did you know that guy? Hitomi asked. His name's Susumu Nishizawa. And yeah, I know him. Or I thought I did. Used to be friends, way back. Me and those guys were all part of the same crew, but I bailed a little while ago. Achi fell silent. To his great relief, Hitomi didn't pry further. Achi and Hitomi had gone a short distance further when he caught a sight of a man picking up something alongside the train tracks. Huh? I wonder. Achi went over to him. Hey man, you picking up trash by any chance? Huh? The man let out a panicked shout. Taisei Yasuda, 35 years old, just opened up a knick-knack shop in Shibuya. Achi knows Shibuya like his own backyard, but this Yasuda guy is new enough that Achi doesn't recognize him. First of all, 35. He looks a lot older than 35. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe he just looks weird. I don't know. Sorry, it just kind of looked like that's what you were doing. Oh, yeah, I'm picking up trash, of course. The guy seemed pretty unnerved. Like, I just got to thinking, man, this place is filthy. Right on! Achi clasps the man's hand in his own. Someone else who gets it! They do? Totally. I see all this trash all over the place and I can't stand it. Oh, yeah, sure. The man breathed a sigh of relief. I can't stand it when someone throws something away when they can still be useful. I hear that. That's the spirit. Haha. Hachi pulled out the trash he had stuffed in his pocket. Here you go. Huh? Go ahead, have all of it. The man looked dumbfounded. Usually I go around picking up the trash around here, but I've got a little thing I've got to do today. You got it from here. I'm counting on you. What? Actually, I'm kind of... Great, thanks! Hachi beamed in approval, then rejoined Hitomi and headed down the street. The man let out a sigh. Fine. Slipping through a narrow back alley, they came out near the top of Dogenzaka. Achi looked down the hill, but didn't see the blue van anywhere. He and Hitomi started making their way down Shibuya Station. Hitomi muttered to herself, I don't see it parked around here. Her face twisted up with worry. It was a lot harder to find street parking closer to the station. Hitomi, hold up. Achi had a sudden idea. He darted into a nearby soba restaurant, motioning for Hitomi to follow. Heya! He called out to the proprietress, a sharp-eyed middle-aged woman. You're looking as lovely as ever today, I see. Oh, Achi! Are you done collecting trash for the day? The lady took a look at Hitomi, her eyes lighting up. Yo? Maki Yoneda. When she was 19, she happened to stop by this place and was captivated by the chilled curry soba. By day's end, she had decided to make the restaurant her new home. Married the owner at age 22 and they managed the establishment together. Last year, her husband of 30 years passed away. Now she safeguards the generations-old secret of chilled curry soba on her own. Is this your girlfriend? Huh? Oh no, it's nothing like that. The proprietress was undeterred. Oh, she looks just like a model. She's the spitting image of me at that age. My. Achi's got himself a girlfriend. I said it's not like that. The woman waved Hitomi over. Now, you know Achi's got a bit of a mouth on him and he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but he's a sweet boy. Okay. Hitomi forced a polite smile on her face. He'll try to deny it, but don't you listen. Has he told you about Suzune? Yeah. Dare. Man, please. Achi jumped in on the conversation. You gotta hear me out. Whatever's the matter? I'm just trying to talk up your good points. Have you seen a van parked around here? A van? Let me think. Yes, come to think of it, there was. A blue one, she added confidently. Hitomi leaned forward. Where is it now? She asked. Well, I'm not really sure. I don't keep a close eye on things outside after all. Hitomi slumped. I see. I know it doesn't look it, but I've been quite busy today. The man who makes my noodles came by earlier to settle accounts, and we fought over it. Yeah, it's like the screen's like zooming away, and it's making me dizzy. No head for finances, that one. That's his problem, honestly. And on top of that, of course my part-timer Masa has to have today off, honestly. First year student at Midoriyama Academy. A sweet young man who works as a part-time delivery driver for Dogen Hut and sends all of his leftover money to his mother out in the country. Lately, however, he's gotten himself a girlfriend and he's been spending money. Lately, however, he's gotten himself a girlfriend and he's been sending money back home less frequently. Okay. His noodle house job doesn't pay enough to both support his mom and cover his dating expenses, so he's scheming for a way to make it rich quick. Achi frowned. Had she really seen a blue van, or was she just being chatty? Older women who ran tobacco shops or noodle houses did seem to have a knack for spotting details, but women her age weren't always the most reliable. Older women who ran tobacco shops or noodle houses did seem to have a knack for spotting details. Archie decided to follow up some more. Was there anything unusual about this van? Well, let me think. The woman frowned, pausing a moment in thought. Aha! A flash of recollection shone on her face. That's right, now I remember. I think there were some foreigners sitting inside. Archie and Hitomi exchanged glances. Yes, I'm sure of it. The man who makes my noodles said he saw it too. Was there anything else? Hitomi asked. No, not that I can remember. Dogen soba. Hitomi hung her head in frustration. As they left the soba shop, Archie did his best to cheer her up. Oh, yeah, sleepy. I got a sleepy butt now. Oh. Hey, we might still find that car. Let's try waiting around here for a while. Just waiting? What good will that do? It's possible that they went looking for you when you didn't show, Archie said. Maybe they'll come back, you know? He sat down on the edge of a planter outside the restaurant. But the criminals already have the money, she said anxiously. Even Archie understood the implications. Now that the crooks had the ransom, their hostage was nothing but a liability. Why take the risk of letting her go when they already had what they wanted? The situation was bad, very bad. Still, just running around Shibuya willy-nilly was only going to tire and frustrate them. Archie wanted to make sure Hitomi had the chance for a little break. We don't have anywhere else to look, so let's just give it 10 minutes, okay? He said. Hitomi seemed unconvinced. She looked like she might just march off down Dogenzaka at any moment. I understand how you must feel, but you know what they say. Slow and steady, stay in place. Hitomi burst out in laughter. What's so funny? Oh, look how she's so cute. It's slow and steady wins the race. For real? Hitomi smiled and sat down beside him. Alright, she said. We can wait here for 10 minutes. Cool. We've run enough races today already, right? Hitomi kept her eyes on the cars passing through Dogenzaka for a while. Then she murmured softly to Archie. Thank you so much for everything. Really. You can thank me after we find this van. I'm sure if I'd been by myself, I'd have been in too much of a panic to do anything. What can I say? I try to keep my head and face things as they come. You're quite the optimist, aren't you? Archie grinned. He tried to recall what optimist meant. He was pretty sure it meant something to do with doctors or maybe glasses. The shy, sweet look on Tomi's face as she said it, though, made him figure it probably wasn't a bad thing, whatever it was. Cars drifted on by, one after the other, but they saw no sign of a blue van. After a while, even Archie began to grow impatient. This was starting to feel like a waste of time. And then... Tommy, look! There it was. Ah! Hey! Yabba, 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 yabba. Okay. Ooh, but now I can play Tama. Nah. Nah. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm tired now. OK、ここで終わります。I'm gonna end it here for now. I'm tired again. OK. Done. 皆さん、またね。Bye everybody. See you next time.